This is my 12-week baby update, baby number 5.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine.
So, we're filming at night time when the kids are asleep, and I'm blatantly just smiling because I'm on camera for you. Because usually, the past few weeks, my face has been like this. Just not happy. Because that's how I felt, really. So, it's Thursday night. I am 12 weeks and 2 days pregnant. So, my week always turns on the Tuesday. So I am in the last week of my first trimester, so fingers crossed, praying that this is the week when hopefully I start to feel better. But in my mind, I know usually that I don't really start feeling better till I'm about 16 weeks. And of course, I'm talking about the morning sickness. The morning sickness has been brutal. I've not been having a great time at all. So with my first pregnancy, I had morning sickness, but of course I could rest when I needed to rest, and I didn't really have to worry about much apart from my dear husband. But at that time as well, we were living with his parents, so Mum Grimwade kind of took care of meals and stuff like that, so that was really cool. But basically, the more children you have, the harder I think it is to be pregnant, because you have more stuff to do, more people to take care of, and it's just quite hard. So sorry guys, I've got my Herbal Tea with me because that is like what helps to get me through a day when I need to cleanse my palate and just... Anyway, I'll tell you more about that later. This pregnancy has been so hard. I'll tell you about the baby. Where's the baby at? Right now, at this 12th week of pregnancy, the baby's apparently the size of a lime, so about that big. Which is pretty cool because I think the last time I checked, I was saying, oh, the baby's the size of an olive, because the kids keep asking me, Mum, what size is the baby? And I'm like, I don't know. I think with your first pregnancy, you keep up to date, like week by week, moment by moment with what's going on with the baby. But sadly, I do love you just as much as the rest. But you've got so much more to deal with in life when you're a mum of 4 and a wife, that you don't keep such a close eye on what's going on. So apparently the baby's the size of a lime, and this week, you know, I think from this week moving forward now, second and third trimester, I'm no doctor, but I think the baby's just growing in size and just putting on weight. I'm definitely putting on weight. I was hoping to be able to kind of hide the fact that I was pregnant until I was like 3 months. There's no hiding this. I'm going to show you my belly in a bit, but I just can't hide it. And I even try and, I stand in front of the mirror and I'm like, okay, is this just belly fat or is it baby? And I try and hold my stomach in, and it's just not happening. So yeah, that's just where we're at. As I said, sickness has been brutal. Like, if I could lock myself away in a hotel or just a room or whatever, I don't even care, a cardboard box for the next however many months until the baby's born, that would make me really happy, because then I wouldn't have to deal with smells and have to deal with actually being awake and living life. So literally everything just makes me feel sick. So even the smells like onions, garlic, when I've cooked, I haven't cooked with onions or garlic at all, or much seasoning really, the few times I've cooked, because there's one cupboard in my kitchen which I just steer clear of because it had a jar of crushed garlic in it, which I literally just threw away last week because I was like, I just can't take the smell. Even to the point of where we had takeaway in the fridge, and I had to tell my husband, I had to tell Tim, right, we now need to get smaller takeaways so there's no leftovers, so that there's not going to be any leftovers put in the fridge, because even when it's in the fridge, the next morning I wake up and I can smell it even without the fridge being open, and it just makes me throw up like instantly. So I've been like, at night time I will go under the covers and like try and hide from any smell that may possibly grace my nostrils, just because it just literally, it's like, it's just a trigger. You just start just feeling just awfully sick. So onions, garlic, any strong smells have just been making me feel like I want to puke. There was a period of time when I wasn't actually throwing up and I was just feeling sick, but then it kind of progressed to actually throwing up, I think maybe in about week 9 or 8. And I don't know what's better or what's worse, feeling sick and not throwing up, or actually feeling sick and throwing up. I usually tend to say when you get to throw up, you get a bit of relief for a little while. Although, without being too graphic, no, I'm just going to be graphic. I've been throwing up, and then like whatever I've eaten, it gets caught like in between my nose and my throat, and then I have to like blow my nose and it's all coming out my nose. It's just disgusting. A couple of nights ago I just struggled because I just couldn't get it up or get it down, and it was just there. Even in the morning when I woke up, my throat was just sore. It was just disgusting. So that wasn't really pleasant. And I've had to now kind of work out my eating routine so that I eat my main meal at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the day, and then I don't really eat proper food again until the next day. So I'll have drinks, and I'll maybe have like you know, fruit drinks and stuff, but trying to just have liquid for the rest of the afternoon, so that come the evening when I throw up, I'm not throwing up like pieces of food, because it was just too much to deal with. It's so weird when you're pregnant. You literally feel like you've been put in an alien's body, and you've just got to learn how to deal with it. You've got to learn how to rework this thing that you're in, because nothing is normal. You don't feel normal, you don't act normal, you don't even really think normally. You just feel like a complete different person. I mean, even to the point of where the smells have been so strong and so hard to handle. I was sleeping in the girls' room because, like, if Tim had had a takeaway or eaten something that was quite strong, then in the nighttime he would get into bed and I'd obviously roll over away from him and be like hiding under the cover because I don't want to be able to smell anything. And him just breathing in and out, bless him, in the night, like, I was just like, oh my gosh, the smell is too strong, just from the food that was just in his body. And if he'd eaten anything with garlic or onions in, I could be smelling it on him for like the next 2 days. So bless his heart, I've just been like, please just let me hold my breath if you're gonna come near me, or just don't come near me at all. Sorry babe, you know I love you. 5th time round, you know what the deal is. It gets better. 2nd and 3rd trimester, I'll probably be talking about a few other things that I might be feeling. I will share that with you at a later date. Other things that have been making me feel really ill. So this is a weird one. You guys have seen my hair in previous videos. The last couple of weeks I've kind of just been wrapping my hair away, because actually looking at my hair makes me feel sick at the moment. I don't know why it is. I don't know if it's the colour or the texture, but it's happened before in previous pregnancy, because I used to have one side shaved and blonde and then like extensions on the other side, or just my hair in like a bob. But I remember even back then looking at the blonde side where it was short used to make me feel sick, and now where it's just short all over, I'm like, I just can't even look at my hair right now because it just makes me feel sick. And I love my hair and I love my hairstyle and I love the colour, and it's just weird. It's just a pregnancy thing. Other things, so this is probably going to sound really unhygienic, but I do brush my teeth, but I cannot bear our toothpaste. One night I literally brushed my teeth and then I threw up because the smell of it, there's something in the brand that we've got at the moment. So we've got Colgate toothpaste at the moment, I think, or Aquafresh, one of the two. Week before last, I'd managed to find, I think it was McLean's, and that was okay. For some reason, the smell of that was fine. But then this week I got a different brand and it just makes me feel sick, just really sick. So I've been using Listerine mouthwash and like washing my mouth with the Listerine mouthwash and then brushing my teeth at the same time. That kind of works. I mean, I remember with my previous pregnancy, I visited the dentist when I was, you know, pregnant, and the dentist said, yeah, you've got great teeth in pregnancy. And I was like, whoa, that's a surprise, because I've just been using mouthwash to brush my teeth. And she says, well, hey, it's working. So that's one thing that I've had to adjust to. Another thing, hair products. Oh my gosh, like even the ones that are quite mild, that don't have a strong scent, I've just struggled. So what I usually put in my hair, I'll put it in my hair and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it smells so strong. And I think that's probably also why I put my hair away, so that I can't smell what's in it. When my husband sprays his hair in the morning with hairspray, I've been like, okay, go in the bathroom, open the bathroom window, shut the bathroom door. If I'm in another room, I'm going to shut that door. You can spray your hair, and then I've just got to steer clear of the bathroom until it airs out, because the smell just makes me feel sick. I've hardly been wearing makeup because even my makeup to me smells. I put my makeup on and I'm like I use MAC at the moment, and it's not a particularly smelly brand of makeup. Usually it's fine, but again, just because of my pregnancy brain and hormones and stuff, I just am a bit like putting it on my face and I can just smell it and it just makes me feel a bit icky. So for that reason, I just haven't really been wearing makeup recently, and also just because I just can't be bothered, because just getting up and getting ready in the mornings and getting the kids ready and getting out to work is just a big ordeal in itself. So putting on makeup as well, I'm a bit like, hey, can't be bothered. And also my skin tone tends to get a bit darker when I'm pregnant. And I feel like this pregnancy is starting earlier than usual. Usually it's not till quite a lot later on in the pregnancy that I get darker, but I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit darker already. I did my makeup the other day and Tim said, oh, it looks lovely. But do you usually need to change your makeup colour in pregnancy? Because yeah, I'm sure it's a bit light. So yeah, I think I might have to go to my darker foundation. I've still got some left from last time, so that's all good. What else have I been feeling? I've been feeling like, wow, my workplace are just a godsend, because I'm currently working full time. But my full days have literally been half days. I've been getting into the office at like 2 o'clock. But my manager has just been so understanding. It's just been saying, you know, just take your time, don't overdo it, just do what you can manage. And that's just been such a weight off my shoulders, because if I was working at a place who were really stressy about, oh my gosh, even though you're sick, you've got to get in, that would just be really, really hard. So I'm just thankful to God that I don't have to deal with that stress, because that's just one less thing. So fresh air is like my best friend at the moment. We have to have the window open in our bedroom all the time, even though my husband tries to slyly close it at night time. Yes, I notice. So like, I think last night or the night before, he got into bed and must have closed the window, and then this morning I woke up, I was like, why does my room have that weird smell that I don't like? It's because the window was closed, Mr. Timothy Grimwade. I got you. So yeah, the window has to be open all the time. Otherwise, again, I'm just like, smells and just all the different mixture of smells. Like I went to my mum's house today, and bless her, like her house doesn't smell bad, but I literally went from room to room. And in fact, I think she has those kind of incense or fragrances in her house. And it's literally, you go from the kitchen where you smell food, into the bathroom where it's like perfume, into the hallway where it's like potpourri. It just smells like a lot, and it can be nice smells, but it's just too much. It's just too overbearing. So I'm saying smells a lot in this video, and that is literally the story of my pregnancy so far. Like, yeah, just a lot. So as I mentioned a bit earlier on, herbal tea. Now, usually I am a coffee lover. Like, I love my lattes, I love black coffee. I love coffee pretty much any way that it comes. Look, literally, I love it. As a teenager, when I was working full-time, I had a bit of a bad habit of skipping lunch and just having a coffee just to keep going so that I could finish my work day a bit earlier. But yeah, even at work, usually I have a couple of coffees, maybe 2, 3, 4 a day. But recently I've gone off coffee since being pregnant. Tea and coffee just doesn't really appeal to me. But herbal tea, which I don't usually like, is just like amazing. Like, I was sitting in the car the other day and we were travelling to Hezzy's football, and I had the window open and I had a peppermint tea, and it was just like, oh, I just felt like it was amazing, because the smell of the peppermint tea was so refreshing, and the air, and it was just great. And also after eating at the moment, having a herbal tea is just amazing, because it really cleanses my palate. And if I have anything to eat at the minute, I'm feeling like I really want what's the word? Oh, not sweet stuff. What's the word? Oh, pregnancy brain.
Savoury.
Savoury foods. I'm feeling like I want savoury foods a lot. And salty things. Like, I had some poppadoms the other day and they were really nice. What else have I been having that's salty that I like? I think I had some chicken the other day that was quite salty and I quite liked it. But anything that's too strong I don't like. But savoury foods are really nice for me right now. And then having a herbal tea afterwards just really helps. So I've been having a lot of peppermint tea. Chamomile tea is really nice. I had a strawberry and something tea the other day, which was okay. But it's mainly like the kind of plainer herbal teas that I'm liking at the moment. So I'm getting through quite a few of those. And yeah, it's just a nice experience. One that's different that I don't usually enjoy so much. I think this is usually one of my symptoms that I am pregnant, that I get headaches. And as of the last week and a half, I've had headaches, and I've taken paracetamol because I think that's pretty much all you can take. And I've been drinking water to try and, you know, keep myself hydrated. But it's just kind of one of those ones where once it gets to a certain point and the headache just isn't going, I just need to sleep, really. I feel like I've been listening to my body a lot more in this pregnancy with resting and not doing too much. Yeah, my house hasn't really thanked me for it, but fortunately managed to get on top of it. I say I have. I did clean the whole house on Sunday, which was cool because it felt nicer. But my mum, bless her, just literally just blitzed all my ironing for me because I haven't ironed any of my clothes for like 4 weeks.
Or my clothes.
Or Tim's clothes, or the kids' clothes, and done any folding of anything. So getting ready in the mornings has been a bit like a nightmare. Like, oh, I haven't got anything in my wardrobe, and all the clothes were all over the living room. As you probably saw in one of our Instagram stories, because my darling husband just exposed me.
I knew you weren't going to like that.
But hey, it was just the truth of life. So bless my mum, she's just amazing. She just came and just sorted out all my clothes, and she's told me, don't let it pile up, ask for help. So pregnant ladies, ask for help. If you need help, just ask for it. I'm not the best at doing that, but I will be. I'll be saying, Mum, here's my washing, thanks. So this pregnancy, I feel like I've rested a lot more and just tried to not look at all the stuff that needs to be done, because this pregnancy, as with all pregnancies, it lasts for a period of time. It's going to come to an end. Look at me being all positive, like I'm positive every day. Yeah, right. But anyway, it's going to come to an end, you know. It's only going to last for a little while, like 10 months of your life, well, 9 months. Yeah. But 40 weeks, you know, it's not that long really, considering I was talking to one of the girls at work about this who's just gone on maternity leave. Like everyone in my workplace, all the girls are just literally pregnant. Yeah, it's like you have to be pregnant for 40 weeks, and then the stage where your baby is just tiny and just cute just passes so fast. Like it lasts for about 4 to 8 weeks maybe. By the time they're like 2 months old, they're just not like a newborn anymore. Like you see a new person who's had a newborn and you've got your 2-month-old and you're like, oh, they don't really look so fresh anymore. But obviously they're still cute. But I just love that baby stage where they're just fresh and you're just in love, and it's just, everything has just been worth it because you've got this baby and it's just amazing. But yeah, I wish that lasted for 40 weeks. But anyway, I probably wouldn't really if it came down to it. But hey, right, embarrassing moments. Right, so I've been getting a lot of water in my mouth, spit. It's just disgusting. And I was walking from work to the station the other day, and the closest station basically was closed, and I had to walk to a further one. So I think the walk was about 15 minutes, and I didn't have any tissues on me that day. So as I was walking, my mouth was just filling up with water, and I don't like to just spit out on the street because I just think that's disgusting. And as much as I'm going to show you my belly, as much as I'm showing, I could still just look like a fat person, and that would just look disgusting. I'm just out there just spitting, looking nasty, which isn't great. So I don't like doing that. So I was just gathering water in my mouth, and I finally got to my station. Like, I found a coffee shop, and I was like, oh, can I have some tissues? I just took some tissues basically, and I took a wad of tissues, and I thought, yeah, this will be enough. And I spat in the tissue, tried to do it discreetly, but there was so much water in my mouth, it kind of went through the tissue and then just dribbled all down my front. And I had on like a light grey top, so there wasn't really much hiding it. And I was just like, you know what, I was past the point of caring. It was late, I just wanted to go on my train. I felt sick as it was. I had a hot drink in my hand. I had some Pop-Doms that I just wanted to eat because they were nice and salty. And I was like, I want to get on my train. I don't really care. You can look at me like a weirdo if you want to. I've just spat down myself. Hey, deal with it. Life of a pregnant lady. So that was probably should have been more embarrassing than I really felt. But hey, it is what it is. Apart from that, I wouldn't really say this is anything embarrassing. This is just something that a lot of pregnant women will probably experience. So it's a bit nasty. So if you don't like nasty things, then fast forward. In pregnancy... Close your ears, guys. In pregnancy, you get a lot more discharge than usual, and it can cause a lot of soreness down below, And basically I get it quite a lot when I'm pregnant because it just happens. And I think especially 5th time round, I don't know, maybe, yeah, I don't know why, but I just do, because I think I've gotten it more as pregnancies have gone on. So my midwife thought I had a urine infection, but then when I went to see the doctor like last week, he was like, I don't think you've got a urine infection, I think you've just got thrush. So I'm very big on like hygiene down below, and I'm always like soap, everything. And apparently with the pH levels and bloody, I don't know the science of it, but you need to just wash down there with water. And I'm not great at just washing down there with water, but I've had to learn to do that to help eradicate any problems. Canesten is like a really good friend of mine in pregnancy. I don't know if women don't like using like medicated things much in pregnancy, but I have to use a pessary because otherwise I just can't survive. The midwife did give me some antibiotics to take, and she said, I'm not sure if these are the right ones, so just try taking them and then see if it helps. And I was a bit like, okay, let's wait for my results to come back from my urine test, see if I do have a urine infection or not, and then I'll take the antibiotics. And as the doctor said he didn't think I had one, I just didn't take them, and then the Canesten kind of cleared everything up, so it's all good now. Okay, away from the nastiness. So we've got a wedding this weekend. I'm trying to feel a bit more like me. My husband was like, go get your nails done and do your hair and da-da-da-da. So I listened like a good wife. I got my nails done, and yeah, I'm gonna redo my hair so that I feel a bit more like me, hopefully. Because as I said, like, you just don't feel like yourself in pregnancy. So as much as I can, as I start to feel better, hopefully in the coming weeks, I'm gonna try and just keep myself feeling like how I usually feel, doing the normal things that I usually do, just to kind of keep myself feeling perky and stuff. So I'm looking forward to feeling a bit more like myself, getting done up and just enjoying life really, because like I haven't been enjoying it so much. And yeah, like bless Hosanna, she said to me the other day, and I felt a bit guilty. She was like, Mum, I just can't wait until you're yourself again. Hosanna just tells you how it is, like, and I was like, yeah, me too, babes. So yeah, I'm just really moany usually in pregnancy, but that's usually through the sick phase. So I'm looking forward to it totally finishing so that I can just get back to being myself, which would be good. Yeah, so today was a bit of a hard day just because with preparations of going away for the weekend and just trying to get to work as well, I just felt really just like everything was on top of me today. The kids woke up before me this morning, as per usual, as of the last few weeks. And they've just been saying, Mum, when are we getting ready to go? Are we going? Hezzy will resort to saying, we're not even going out, are we? And I'm just like, yes, we are. I'm just trying to get everything together. I was trying to put clothes away because I hate trying to do another job with an old job on top of you. So I knew I had to pack bags for the kids to stay at their grandparents. And I knew that I've got to pack mine and Tim's bag for us to go away. And with all the clothes all over the house, although they'd now been ironed, they weren't put in their correct drawers and stuff. So it would have just been a nightmare trying to pack the bags out of the laundry bags. It would have just been long. So I was doing these little jobs before I went out today, and it was just taking a while. I think it took me about an hour and a half to put the clothes away. And the kids were asking me, when are we going? Tim was like, are you even going to work today? My mum was then like, you're not going to work today, are you? And then I kind of had a bit of a go at her, which I did say sorry for, because I was like, everyone's just asking me, when am I going to get out the house? And if you were pregnant and feeling sick, you would understand, and got 4 children to look after, and da-da-da-da, and I'm just trying my best. She was like, okay. She's like, I pray for you that you have patience, because I was like, March can't come along quick enough. But yeah, I think by the time I managed to get out of the house, get the kids to my mum's, oh yeah, then my nail broke, just randomly decided to snap off, which was annoying, so I then had to stop and get that done. But by the time I got to work, I just kind of got in and I was like, yep, I'm here. And everyone was just cool, and yeah, the day was alright. I mean, I stayed at work later than I intended to, which then meant I missed my eyebrow, my eyelash appointment, but it wasn't the end of the world really, so it was all good. We've got here to the end of the night and I'm feeling calm. I'm really looking forward to going away, which would be great. And being able to sleep for like 5 hours on the way to Somerset, on the way to where we're going. So that would be really nice. So, hey, I'm starting to ramble. That has been my 12-week update. If you've got any questions at all, feel free to comment in the comments box below. And yeah, if there's anything you want to ask me or anything you want to know, please feel free to just ask. I'm going to try and do weekly updates, I think. I won't promise, but that's what I'm going to try and do. And oh yeah, I was going to show you my belly. So 2 secs. So this is my 12-week belly. 5th pregnancy, take into account, please. I must say, I don't think I lost all my baby weight from Harper, so there's probably a bit of fat in there as well. I'm going to show you my actual belly, don't be alarmed. So, this is my tummy, so you can see whether I have stretch marks. Not too many, I don't feel like I've got that many stretch marks. This is the front of my belly. Now, you might think my belly button's a bit weird. I did have a hernia that has now been repaired, so it's kind of strange. And that's it from that side. So that is my 12-week pregnancy belly. So guys, that's been my update. I hope you found it helpful. If you've liked the video, then please definitely hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications button, so that way you'll get all of our videos as soon as they're live. Cool, so I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm out because I'm starting to feel sick and my night definitely needs to come to an end. So I'll see you next time. Bye.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise.